Well, welcome to this video, and I hope you like it. If you do, click the like button, hit subscribe, and share with a friend. I apologize for the shadows. I usually shoot during the day when I got light coming in the windows, but not so much because it's like, I don't know, pushing 10 o'clock at night right now. It's been a long, hot day. Just want to talk a little bit about, for lack of a better term, the waste of NASA and science for science's sake. NASA was originally created, it was after the Russians had gotten into space first, and we decided we were going to the moon, and the Cold War was largely involved in this. Not just competition with Russia per se, but the fact that this was very tied into missile technology. The people who worked for NASA, the main rocket guy was actually the guy that did the V-2 rockets for the Nazis. We got them, we employed them on our side to develop rockets during the Cold War. And from, space exploration, of course, we got communication satellites and many other things. I don't have a problem with that. I do think we waste a lot of money, though, investigating things that don't really affect our life here on Earth. If we find out what the hell the atmosphere is on Pluto, or a star in another galaxy, or one of the moons of Jupiter or something, it doesn't really mean a damn to our daily life. And going to the moon and back is a lot of time and expense. The nearest planet, being Mars, is astronomically farther away. If we found that Mars was made out of gold and platinum, it is so far away and so expensive to get to that it wouldn't be worth mining it there and bringing it back. Just the payloads you can take, it doesn't matter. If we have some sort of microscopic life on some moon surrounding another planet, Jupiter or Saturn or whatever, it's interesting. And, the intellectual part of me loves learning about stuff like that. But, for the science geek in me to get his rocks off on that, it isn't worth the expense that our government puts out. It isn't that applicable. If we had the money to expend and we didn't have bigger problems here, the story would be different. We've got huge problems right here that we need to come up with solutions for. Global warming being one of them. Solving that gets a hell of a lot less out of the governmental budget than, exploring, whatever. Trying to figure out what the soil's like on this moon of Jupiter, or what's in the atmosphere of this star over there. It would take too damn long to get there. People seem to have this conception, including a lot of the science people. They always seem like we're on the edge of some breakthrough where we're going to be able to travel to Mars and Jupiter and that. I don't see it in the near future. Oh, that mustache is fucking with me. But I just don't I don't see a practical use to it. There's a lot of practical shit that we need to get done here. It's just mind-boggling. Like I said, it's interesting, but I mean, for a handful of PhD physicists to get their rocks off on figuring out, you know, what the dirt's like on this moon or whatever, we spend a lot of time and money and technology and everything else going into this just to answer a question that's, you know, it's not going to change your life either way. You know, if the moon was made out of cheese, it's not like we're going to bring it back here and sell it at Walmart. You know, it's just, there's got to be some, you know, equivalent of cost-benefit analysis done here. You know, it's like, what if it is what you think it is out there that you want to test? What the hell benefit is it going to have for us, for the United States, for the world in general? What the hell does it matter? Like I said, it's interesting. It's kind of neat to learn about this stuff, but at the same time, for the amount of time, effort, and expense, you know, it's irrelevant trivia. You know, we're not going to have people vacationing on Mars anytime soon, regardless of what science fiction says. You know, there's a difference between science fiction and science. Too many people get caught up in this, you know, the image of Star Wars or Star Trek, where it's like, yeah, we're going to hop into spaceships and just be jetting from planet to planet. We're nowhere near that. We're farther from the practical travel to other planets in our solar system as ancient Egypt is to the Wright brothers. I mean, you know, maybe in a few centuries we'll be a little bit closer, but we're probably talking more on the time scale of millennia before we start having anything approaching light speed to make it practical to be, you know, jetting around and going these places. So, you know, I understand the thought of, you know, science wanting to progress in that direction, but at the same time, you know, it's an awful lot of time, effort, and expense that could be used solving problems here. We've got a shitload of problems here. The environment being the biggest one. There is no planet B, as the bumper sticker on my truck says. You know, it's not like, oh, there's global warming, we're just going to go start a colony on Mars, or, you know, planet Xenu, or whatever. That's just not an option. It's not an option anytime in the foreseeable future. You know, it's just part of what mystifies me. You know, we can't have this science fiction mentality towards science. Space exploration, you know, beyond a certain point starts becoming impractical. You know, you're starting to get into people's dreams of becoming Luke Skywalker or something. That ain't happening anytime soon. That's the sad fact. You know, we gotta devote a little bit more time and energy here. That's all. Well, I hope you found that video informative. Hopefully it made you think, and please click the like button and subscribe if you haven't done that already, and check out the video that should be appearing somewhere around me here, and I hope to see you on the next one. Thanks.